In this video I'll be showing you how to make this card using the Daisy Delights and the Woodward stamp sets, both new stamp sets from Stampin Up. I'll be showing you how I put this card together and also explain how you can mass produce cards for whether you're swapping them with people or you're doing a craft fair, so you can get a lot of cards done in a very short amount of time. I'm Hannah from HanCraftedCards.com. Let's get started. Right, so on Saturday I went to a training event with other members of the Stampin Up team that I am in. And when we do these events, whether they're you know, a team event like that or an event that Stampin Up puts on, we always do swaps. So you make a bunch of whatever it is. When you get there, you swap with other people so you get a load back. I have talked about swaps before, but I thought I would show you the swaps that I made, which are these, which I love. I really love these. Now, it's not my design completely. I did see another demonstrator, and I'm going to try and find the video because I was binge watching YouTube all day and it came up and I don't know her name. I hadn't seen her before, and what I did it's so funny, I actually took a picture of the screen when she was making them, because I thought, oh, that's a genius card for swaps because it's really easy to mass produce it. So what I did, for each colour I stamped a full A4 sheet of this background and then cut them down. So I did I did two of the real red, two A4 sheets of the Daffodil Delight, and I think I did 3 A4 sheets of the Bermuda Bay. Then I cut them down, then I did all the flowers, then I did all of the sentiments, and then I had them all, everything stacked up, and I will try and insert some pictures so I can show you what I mean. So I did each bit, the background, the flowers and the sentiments, and I had piles of everything, and then I made up the swaps. So these are card fronts, so this will get stuck onto a card, which I'm going to show you how to do now. But obviously for this one I'm just going to do one, but if you was mass producing it, you would just stamp a whole sheet of A4, then cut it down to size, and it was so quick. I did all of them in one afternoon. That's how quick it was. And I did 27, yeah, there's 27 of us that were going to be there. So this is Saturday just gone as well. So, well, that has been used a lot. This is a new stamp set and I love this image so much, and you can tell. Yeah, I don't think I cleaned that properly, so before we start I'm going to give that a good scrub. Oh dear. So that's the Woodward stamp set, and then we're going to use the big thank you from the Daisy Delight stamp set. But first I'm going to give this a very good scrub. I don't know if I used it last or whether my mum did. So let's make sure it's completely, that's better. Oh dear. So, oh, ink would be good, wouldn't it? So we're going to start making the background. So like I said, I did a whole sheet of A4 in this. So you're just going to stamp, oh, it's just so pretty, randomly all over. And there are going to be some gaps, but that I thought it looked quite good like that. There, so I do that on a whole sheet of A4, and I mean, just as that is, that looks so pretty. So I did all of those. Then I went on to the flowers. Let me just grab, I need a sponge. So to do the flowers, I used the Daisy punch that coordinates with the Daisy Delight stamp set. And I punched out 2 of those without stamping. Although you could if you wanted to stamp. So out of 1 sheet of A4 I got, I think it was about 17 flowers, and you need two flowers for each card. So where's my sponge? I just had it. Okay, so on the 1 flower we're going to ink up the centre and just go straight into the centre and start swirling. But avoid the edge, the end of the petals, so I'm just inking up the centre part. Until that's got enough colour, I think. So that's what we've got on that one. And then the second one, you're going to ink up the edge of the petals. So I'm just holding it in my hand and flicking over each. So about halfway-ish down the petal. And I'm putting my thumb there to make sure I don't go too far down. So I sat and I did this on, which day was it? One day last week. Binge watching X-Files. Actually, I know, blast from the past. So I sat doing all of this for all of the flowers. So there's your 2 flowers. And then those need to be stuck together, and I'll use a glue dot for this one. I think when I did the others I did wet glue, just because it'd be a bit easier, I thought. So then you're going to line up the one where you've coloured the inside on top of the other one, offsetting the petals. Like so. Oops. Then you're going to curve those, and I curved down like so. Whoops, and I'm twisting it. So they kind of make a little hat like that. It's so cute. I love that punch. It's becoming one of my favourite punches. And then just a dimensioner on the back. And you can pop that to the side for 1 second while we do our sentiment. So I've got a piece of Whisper White that's 1 inch by 4, and then a piece of Real Red that's 1 inch by, no, 1 1/4 inches by 4 as well. And as always, the measurements will be in the description below. So I took the big thank you from Daisy Delights, and again I cut all of these, and so then I just went, I had a pile of these and I was just stamping the thank you for all of my swaps. And you want to stamp a little bit, not central, you want to be off to the left slightly. So I did it about 1 inch, half a centimetre-ish from the left edge, and that's just because we're going to punch the other edge. So like that, and that is a gorgeous thank you. So then with the triple banner punch, at first I was stamping them, holding them together and then stamping them punching the edges together, but it was a little bit fiddly, so in the end I slid the sentiment in face down and then flipped it over just so I could make sure I wasn't cutting off the edge of the word, and if I was, I mean, you probably can't see it on camera, there's a tiny bit sticking out there, so then I would just ease it up a little bit, so that way you can make sure you're not cutting off any of your word. So there's your thank you. And then for this one, just slide it in. It doesn't fit into the into there, so I just centered it with these lines here, so it should be about right, like that. And then you can adhere that onto there. And I just used some tape. Oops. And you kind of want to even border around. There you go, so that's the end to me. It doesn't matter that that's longer because it's going to be covered. So to put it together, I had a pile of these, my pile of these, and these. So then I just started putting them together. So tape on, whoops, on the back of there, and then put this all the way over to the right, like so. Took the backing off of this, and you can sort of position it so that the petals cover the edges of your sentiment, so it kind of hides it, and then push that down. And then just to finish it off, I added one of the new faceted gems, which are gorgeous. And oh, oops, pick that up with my pokey tool, and actually I might put a big one on this one. There we go. So that is the swap done, and then obviously I then swapped them with everybody, so that when they got home they could then get a card base, which I have here, real red, and I think I will pop it up on dimensionals. So this is the perfect size now to go onto a card. So it's a great way, swapping, to get new ideas, because a lot of the time the swaps I get, they're for stamp sets that I haven't got yet, or doing a technique or using them in a way that I might not have thought of. So it is a lot of fun swapping at our Stampin' Up events. And that's one of the things I do love about being a demonstrator. So that is the card that I made, and that's the swap that I swapped. So yeah, so that's you know, one of the things that us demonstrators do. So if you would like to be able to do that, all you need to do is join my team, and I would love to have you. If you want more information about being a demonstrator, what it entails, the perks that you get, because there are some awesome perks, then just drop me an email or send me a text, because my number is on my website, and I'll have all the links and lots of other information about being a demonstrator if you click in the information below. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that you like this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.